Hi, I'm Jordan with Hobart Warewashing, and today we're going to go over the Advances Under-Counter Dishwasher. This under-counter dishwasher is designed to fit underneath your 3-compartment sink, your drain board, or any under-counter application. It's 32.5 inches. This dish machine comes with a high-temp sanitizer. It hits 180-degree final rinse, or it's also available with a chemical sanitizer or a low-temp dish machine. This Hobart dish machine features an industry-leading 17-inch door opening, so it can hold all different types of ware for your washing and convenience. One nice thing is when we open the door in the chamber, you can actually fit these trays in, different bowls and containers like that. The door will actually stay open and ajar for you for your convenience, or to let out any steam if needed. It's simple as when we close the door of the dish machine, all you got to do is press the green play button for go, and it washes through a cycle. Typical cycles with these machines are adjustable, but they run anywhere from about 2 to 2.5 minutes, and they can go increase up to a NSF certified pot and pan mode on our high temp under counter. Another thing to keep in mind is the temperature is displayed on the dish machine. You'll see a wash temperature, and then you'll actually see a final rinse temperature once it goes into that final rinse mode. After that, with our energy recovery unit, you'll actually see an icon pop up, and the dish machine will go into a condensing mode where it actually sucks out the excess steam in the chamber, uses it to reheat the incoming water, and then the machine will say ready when it's done. You'll open it up and the rack will be done. So this is the high temp Advances under counter dish machine from Hobart. So right now our dish machine just went through the energy recovery process, and we open the door, you're going to see the huge reduction in steam. So when we open the door, there's not that big plume of steam you see with the other high temp dishwashers on the market. This feature is unique to Hobart. It's something that we pioneered a couple years ago, and it won us the Kitchen Innovations Award. These Hobart undercounters come standard with chemical pumps. These chemical pumps are almost 7 feet long, so you can run them underneath this 3-compartment sink or anywhere at your convenience. So chemical jugs can be located on the left side, the right side of the machine, whichever is easiest for you. What you'll see on this machine, this is a high temp Advances under counter. We actually have 3 different chemical pumps. This is unique to Hobart. We actually have a DeLime pump here. We also have it's a black DeLime pump. We have a blue rinse agent pump to help that drying of the plastics and the ware. And then we also have a red detergent pump. What's unique about the DeLime pump with Hobart is, unlike other manufacturers, you don't have to physically pour the DeLimer into the machine. All the staff does is we'll prompt you for a reminder to deline the chemical. It'll automatically pull the DeLimer out. One cool thing that we do with this machine is this machine delimes at your specific site water hardness. So if you're in Florida, it's going to delime differently than if it's in Ohio. And we actually come and perform a Hobart startup as far as part of the purchase price of this machine, and actually test that water hardness and uniquely set that into the machine. So it'll specifically remind you when to delime the machine, and the staff won't have to handle those chemicals. So when we look at the Hobart undercounter, some things to keep in mind about the utility connections. What we're showing you here is a model with a power cord included in on it. This is an option with the machine. Also, this red line right here is your drain. So it's always important to make sure that that drain isn't kinked and it's heading into the proper receptacle. And then we also have your water line here with the machine. With our high temp Advances undercounters, because we use that energy recovery technology, this machine actually runs off a cold water line. So it needs to be 55 to 85 degrees as far as incoming water. When we look at our low temp or chemical sanitizing machine, that needs to be in that 120 to 140 range. So it's actually a hot water line. So it's a little reversed. If you have a Advances high temp undercounter, you want a cold water line. If you have an Advances chemical sanitizing machine, then you're going to want that incoming hot water line of 120 to 140. Just to review the process with the machine, it'll go through a wash, a rinse, and then it'll go into a condensing if you have the energy recovery. So just something to keep in mind, if you have that energy recovery model, it goes into that condensing period where it sucks up that steam from the chamber. So when you open the door, it doesn't have that big plume coming out. There will be some steam that comes out, but it'll be greatly reduced. Another thing is, the benefit is when it removes that moisture from the chamber, you'll actually see these dishes dry a little quicker on the inside. So something to keep in mind. But after it goes through that final rinse or that rinsing period, and then it goes to the condensing, if it has that option, all you'll have to do at the end of the day when you're done with the machine is press this power button. So this is the on, this is the off button with the machine. This is the play button to run a cycle through the machine. But once you're done, you just press power and it'll run into a shutdown process and it'll automatically drain the machine for you. So at the end of the day, in between meal periods, you want to make sure that you're going to clean your Hobart dish machine. Some things to keep in mind is that Hobart has wash and rinse arms on the top and bottom. So we give you these nice ergonomic snap in and out wash and rinse arms. So it's very easy for the staff to do that. So they can just snap it off, take these off, and make sure that we spray it down. It's important that you use your spray hose to make sure there's no food or particles left in these, because if they do jam up, it'll actually affect your wash performance with the dish machine. So we have the wash and rinse arms on the bottom, and then we also have them on the top. Not every manufacturer offers this, but Hobart does, so we'll make sure that we spray these off too. Between every meal period, you'll definitely want to make sure that you empty your scrap basket. This scrap basket needs to be, like I said, emptied. Make sure it's free of any food soil or any debris that's left in here. We do have some holes in the scrap basket, and if any food particles, straws, quinoa, little things get through, Hobart also offers you an additional fine strainer, and this is kind of the stopgap between anything and going down the drain. So you want to make sure that you clean this out between every meal period too with the Hobart undercounters. So at the end of the day, we're going to make sure that all of our scrap baskets, our wash and rinse arms are back into the machine. Once again, we have these ergonomic snap-in and rinse arms. Make sure that's in the machine. And then we're going to make sure the door is slightly propped open just to get proper ventilation in the machine.